On the Brighton team, though, it is interesting that Ferguson's not playing again. It's probably the longest run he's probably had out of the team now. He did come on the last day against Spurs, won a penalty, like they were winning 3-0 at the time or whatever, but at least he was involved, which he hadn't been the previous game. I do kind of see where De Zerbi is coming from. It's a pity it's not with Ferguson in the team, but I feel like Brighton need to settle what they're doing up front. They just seem to have a different combination every single week, and he's going to go with Joe Pedro and Welbeck now for the time being, and maybe that's actually what they need to do, because they've been better since, but it seemed to be like in 1 week out the next, all the way through the season really, and it's just, I don't know if it was doing them much good really, but I suppose they're not playing 2 games a week at the moment in the way that they were. But yeah, look, I mean, I think he's a bit down on Evan at the moment, unfortunately, so he said a couple of things.
Yeah, I was just going to say, he said as much before Christmas in one of his press conferences that okay, he caveated it by saying that Ferguson is obviously a brilliant talent, but that he can be an awful lot better than he has been of late. I thought it was quite cutting actually, but I suppose they do hold him, and everyone holds him to such a high standard now, don't they? So yeah, it's a difficult place for him to be in many ways.
Yeah, it's weird. Just some managers just do that, don't they? They just decide to have the cut at the young guys so they don't lose track of themselves, and it's sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I feel like Ferguson will be fine and back in that team pretty soon, but it's just a pity at the moment. It's probably the first real test he's had since breaking through. It's funny, I looked at that. We were in here last Thursday, me and Joe, and we were doing Brighton Spurs was obviously on that night, and I saw that team and it was like Billy Gilmore and James Milner in midfield, like that's just going to get run over. And it was the absolute opposite. They were 4-0 up by the time we left the studio almost, so I don't know, like it's Brighton are just so interesting, aren't they? You kind of think, they're struggling now, that's the end of them. They'll slip back 11, 12, they'll sell all these guys and start again, and looks like they're just going to have another great season.
Just find another kid and keep rocking on.